Don't you just love the name? Kumquat. It's what I named my Pekingese.
Kumquat?
No, silly. That would be redundant. Just quat.
Let me guess.
When I call him, I feel fruity all over.
Do you know where I could get a kumquat?
What did you say?
Kumquat?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, once again, thanks for your lack of help.
Slut.
I'm looking for the Love Master.
Here I am, stud puppy.
Oh, get me a flea bath. Is there a fabric store aboard ship?
No, but if you come to my cabin, I'll let you rub some filmy underthings.
Tempting, but, no thanks. Could you tell me who that old man is in the wheelchair I've seen around the ship?
You seem to ask too many questions. Did you notice that? What are you up to?
What? Oh, why, nothing. To tell the truth, I was really interested in his nurse, the woman who was with him.
I'm not sure you can be trusted. You're one of them, aren't you?
Them?
I'm on to you now.
Miss Peggy, tell me everything about the ship's mysterious captain, would you?
Captain Sucker, you mean? That's what I call her. That f***ing whore. She just lays on her ass all day long. She has no morals at all. God, I envy her.
Miss Peggy, I need some help with Peter the Purser.
Help? Yeah, you'll need help, all right, if he gets a hold of your tallywhacker. Suck the chrome off a Peterbilt, that one would. Keep your skinny ass away from him if you know what's good for you. Why don't you milk on these for a while? Yeah, that's purty. Here, let me wipe my stinking armpit with that. There. Here you go.
Oh, a hair?
That ain't my screwdriver, is it? I lost one a couple of days ago.
Oh, no, Miss Peggy. I found that on top of the sculptor's scaffold.
Yeah, it's too bad about that guy, ain't it? Found him floating behind the ship last night. Suicide note in his cabin said his whole life had turned to shit. Seems like some asshole f***ed up his life's work.
Oh, that's it. You did it. That's exactly what I've been wanting from you all this time. Let's have sex now and repeatedly.
Really? With me?
Hell no, you idiot. You are such a jerk.
I wonder if you have adequate insurance.
Well, I think so. Why? What is he driving at?
Oh, nothing. A woman can never have too much insurance. That's what I always say. God, am I a doofus or what? Where's my suave charm when I need it? You know, that purser is so...
Yeah, he's something else, all right. No help to me, you can betcha. Barely gives me my messages.
So, what exactly is the deal with your name? I mean, how should I pronounce it?
Richard. Richard Head.
You mean...
Yep. A guy can only get teased so many times before he finally just gives up and has to change his name.
I was wondering, you know, how'd you get him so big?
They are something, ain't they?
Now, why don't ya? Modesty, honey child.
Modesty? I don't see why. I mean, those are the biggest, the best.
Now, Larry, lots of women in our work cabin this big. In fact, some are even bigger.
Is that possible? I mean, how do they stand up?
Why, hairspray, darling.
What?
Yeah, Mama and me is real proud of our bouffants.
Yeah. Your hair is great, too. Have you girls ever, considered, how do I say this?
You go on ahead, Larry. You ain't gonna shock us.
Well, have you ever thought about, A threesome?
Oh, we considered it. We thought it might spice things up a little, don't you know?
Really? Wow!
Yeah, the road gets lonely with just Mama and me.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But we finally decided another band member wouldn't really work out.
Oh. So, was that article in Persons Magazine accurate?
It might have been accurate, but it sure weren't flattering.
Yeah, we sure took a lot of heat over that little incident.
Huh?
So, do you think the hot spotlights had anything to do with your little problem, you know, at the prison show?
Hey, that's a thought.
You know, that might have been. Stage lights can get awful warm sometimes.
But I guess there's just no way of knowing.
I can't help but notice, you two seem to log a lot of hours in that hot tub.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you and me just love these jacuzzis, don't we, hon?
Yeah, and they're kind of necessary, don't you know? In our line of work, that is.
Necessary?
Well, yeah, huh? You can't remove this much makeup without steaming it for a couple hours.
Why don't you?
Once we stayed at this cheap hotel with Tammy Faye. You should have seen her. She went to their little coin-op sauna with a big bag of change and told the attendant, just keep on feeding them quarters till you see Mascara run out under the door.
Why don't you hush? I'm sure Mr. Laffer ain't interested in our grooming tips.
Yeah.
Read it?
Read it, hell. You're in it. I was thinking about entering that contest. That captain is dang near edible.
Why don't you? Remember, we voted, and bisexuality lost.
Oh, I ain't much into synthetics.
Lesson you count your figure.
Mama, you're a fine one to talk. Them ones of yours is about ready for their 50,000 bounce checkup, ain't they?
Christ, this is just like being on the road.
Oh, Mama, I think he's kind of cute.
How long you been out in this sun, why don't you? Are you okay?
You could file that book on the shelf, but you don't know the Dewey Decimal Code for smut. That reminds you of the dirtiest line in 1950s television.
Ah, you mean what June Cleaver said to Ward?
Yes. Dear, weren't you a little hard on the beaver last night?
Jamie Lee, I've got a great idea.
Vraiment? That means really? Let's hear it.
It concerns you and me and no clothing.
Oh, yeah, like that's ever gonna happen.
What's the deal with this Calvin clown?
That's Calvin Clone. The bastard. Never had an original idea. Not a designer. He's a hack.
Why do designers keep changing clothes every year? I mean, why not stick with what looks really good, like leisure suits?
Think, Larry. If fashion changed slowly, people wouldn't need clothes as often. They'd stop spending money. Economies would die. Millions of sweatshops and factories would go out of business. Unemployment would be rampant. So don't you see, the world really needs haute couture.
Oh. You don't really have your clothes made in sweatshops, do you?
Oh, of course not. Au contraire. No, honey, I carefully inspect every floor of every manufacturing facility in every country every day for non-politically correct conditions. Yeah, and I change the needles on all those sewing machines, too. What are you, naive? Haute Couture really provides a service to third world countries. We keep people inside, out of the sun. Sometimes it's even cooler inside. Well, usually not, but it could be.
Oh. So, do you enjoy writing, Drew?
Of course. It beats work.
Say, Drew, do you have a joystick for your laptop?
Why, no, Larry. No, I don't.
Oh, well, I've got a Thrustmaster. I guess I don't have to tell you, I'm kind of a lonely guy.
Yeah, Larry. You look like the kind of guy who would be lonely.
Here, boy, come on. Come on, big fella.
What in the hell is the matter with you?
I love to settle down in front of the TV with a big wheel of Venezuelan beaver cheese and a box of wheat thins. So where'd you get this?
Oh, I knocked it out myself.
Really? Well, I'd like to share it with you, but I got no TV and no wheat thins. Better go it alone. Larry, you're looking at the original orgasmic power standing right before you.
That label says powder.
Oh, that too. Oh, well, I don't need that. I got me a removable knothole back there in the wall to the Juggs dressing room.
Dewmi, baby. How about we go back to your cap... Oh, never mind.
You are more than just a little strange.
I've had it. I can't take it anymore. I'm going postal.
Wow! Acting, I presume. Okay.
Hey, where's the flusher?
Licking is not the answer.
Doesn't that depend on the question, smart Alec?
I don't want it, but you have to admit it is very impressive. Just look at the size of it.
I wish I had $1 for every time I've heard that. So, what do you say, Cappy? How about a little date? You know, you and me, tonight? A little dinner? A little disco? A lot of Datco?
Not this time, Larry. I have a headache.
Yeah, like I haven't heard that one before. You can take aspirin, you know. But I thought you just automatically had sex with every guy who won your contest.
Yeah, I did. Until now. Perhaps it's time for a change.
You know, I know Ken Williams personally.
Oh, yeah? Well, I know Ken Williams biblically.
Did I, mention I've met Al Lowe?
Did I mention I've had him?
Damn! Smoked again.